Hi, I'm Robert, and today's episode is on taking care of that pesky red and blue light in concert photography. You want to find out how to do that? Stay tuned. This photograph of Justin Russell is a very common example of this type of problem. If you look closely, the wall behind him is bright magenta. In reality, it is really stark white, and that's where one part of the problem resides. As you can see from this chart, the mixture of red and blue creates a very bright version of magenta. This is only one part of the problem. As this light changes, it produces a version of cyan. The combination of magenta and cyan are what cause a very major problem with this type lighting. It gives off a 3D type of effect. If you'd like to see this effect, get yourself a pair of these. These are 3D glasses like you used to see in the 50s that when you watch 3D movies or something like that. Look at your photograph with this and you'll be amazed. It will look three-dimensional. One of the problems with this is that anything that is white amplifies the problem. It instantly goes from turning white to that magenta pink color. Skin tones are affected by this. Anything on the shirts or clothing is affected by this. Blacks have a tendency to be affected and turn blue or look strange. They don't look natural. And as you can see here, this is the Texas flag. The white stripe on top in the photo is bright magenta. There are a couple schools of thought on how to deal with this kind of situation. One of the schools of thought is to put a red 25A or thus something similar filter on the front of the lens. This would cause everything in the photograph to be red and would affect not only the color red, but it would affect all the blues, greens, and every other color. On the opposite side, some people think you could try using an 80A, which is a blue filter. That would cause just the opposite side problem. Everything would be blue, but then again you would have problems with the red, the green, the yellow. All the other colors would not be natural, and you'd have an issue with that. The next idea is to manually adjust your white balance, but this doesn't work also. What you might look at is if you warm it up by going to 2000 degrees Kelvin or cool it down to going 8000 degrees Kelvin, anywhere in between, you still get the same type of effect, just not as harsh. Most people are familiar with 5000 degrees Kelvin, which is the color temperature of normal daylight. This is not what you see in your house. This is not what you see in department stores. It is sunlight. Neither the color filter solution or the white balance solution would be good because you would spend time fooling around with your camera trying to get it set up and prepped, and by that time the concert would be over and you'd be done. What I did on this photograph of Justin was, first of all, make sure that the exposure was correct, and I made sure that everything was in focus. What I did after that was adjust the whites, the blacks, the highlights, and the shadows in very small increments. This way I could go back and forth until I got exactly what I was looking for. I also adjusted the vibrance and the saturation to keep everything from being over harsh on the photograph. Is it perfect? No, but it's a heck of a lot better than where it was on the first picture. The next solution is to take all the color out of the equation and turn the photograph into black and white. By doing this, all you have to do is adjust the highlights and the shadows and adjust the contrast of the photograph. Is it a great solution? No, not if you want color. If you want color, you have to be patient and play with your settings quite a bit. I know this is becoming more and more common, and it's frustrating. So I'd love to hear from y'all. If you have any questions, comments, drop me a note, like and subscribe, ring that bell, do whatever you want to do with it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks go out to Justin Russell, and we appreciate him as always, and thank you guys. See you later.